to the left hand side to Advanced System Settings, going to the Advanced section, Performance, then Settings, going to the Visual Effects tab, and it's recommended for the best FPS possible to actually set this option to adjust for best performance. Now this will slightly change the way text and other things look within inside of Windows to a much more basic version, but can improve FPS. But for those of you looking for the best FPS possible, go to Adjust for Best Performance, press Apply, then press OK, and we can then exit out of this tab. We can then apply a very quick bit of system maintenance. For this we need to navigate to the bottom left hand side, type in %temp and percentage once again, then press enter. This will then bring you into the Windows temporary folder, which is also the ultimate Windows dump, and Windows does not automatically clean this folder, meaning that depending on the age of a Windows install, this folder can sometimes be in excess of 80 plus gigabytes on your C drive being soaked up by temporary dump files. So what we're simply going to go ahead and do is highlight all files and folders inside of here. You're more than likely going to have more than I do. Right click on them, then select delete. You'll be met with this prompt, click do this for current items, then hit skip, and if you're met with that prompt again, do the same thing. It's recommended to repeat that step around about once every month or so to stay on top of your system maintenance. This now leads us on to the last and final optimization within inside of this entire video, and arguably one of the most important. Before applying this optimization, seeing we're going to be booting in the game after it, it's best to navigate to the bottom right hand side to your task icon tray and start closing out of all programs and game launchers which you do not need running in the background whilst you're playing. This is a very good habit to get into for playing any game. For instance, I do not need Google Chrome running in the background whilst I'm playing. I also do not need Steam running in the background whilst I'm playing an Epic Games launcher game. And for me personally, I also like to close out of any antivirus in which I'm running on. That step is optional and you can do that at your own risk, but for the best performance possible, I find it helps me. We're then good to go ahead and apply this last and final optimization. For the last and final optimization with inside of this entire video, we're going to be going back inside of the FPS increase pack once more, going inside of the optimizations folder, and finding the ISLC, then recommended to drag this folder onto your desktop, double click on the folder, with inside of here you'll then be with the Intelligent Standby List Cleaner or ISLC. This is a very simple but effective 2-in-1 optimization program. The first part of the program simply frees up an excess pool of RAM in the background to ensure that you do not run out of memory and run into any stuttering issues, and the second part of the program comes in the form of the timer resolution application, which can drastically reduce input lag between your operating system, game application, and the hardware you have installed. Double click on the Intelligent Standby List Cleaner. If the program doesn't automatically open up, navigate down to the task icon tray, find the green monitor and double click. Come down to the stop button. For the first box on the left hand side, set this to 1024. For the second box, this needs to be set to half of your total system memory. You can see this number found up here in the top. Your number is more than likely going to be different to mine, but roughly half this top number. For me, that's going to be 16,000. Then navigate over to the right hand side to wanted time resolution. Make sure that the enable custom time resolution option has been checked. Navigate over to the box with inside of here and set the value to 0.50. Then use the delete key to remove any other values. Go down to the ISLC polling rate drop down menu. Set this to 500 for good PCs and 1000 for slow PCs. Once you're done with inside of there, we can then go down to the bottom right hand side and click on start. Then click on purge standby list, minimize the program and leave that running in the